Jackie, Andrew, Alice, wow. Jesse, Ann, Elena, Kurt, thank you. Glenn, Holly, thank you so much for joining us. Wow. There are just so many people coming in. I can't even keep up how many people are joining us.
Yeah.
Julie, Jillian, Mads, Bashir, hello. Karen, Tyler, George, welcome. Colin, C, Brandy, Angela, and Xavier, Lee, Andrew, Shamraz, Gawain, and Ernest, thank you so much for joining us. Rosa, Jose, Melvin, and Monica, thank you so much for coming in. Oh, there's going to be so many phone calls today. This is so great. I'm so happy. But it doesn't have to just be today. Guys, if you notice, we're going to also be, put up the numbers and show you a link for even further phone calls. If you want to keep on making phone calls for the next week or so, please do so. Welcome, Melvin and Monica, Sylvia and Marianne. Thank you, Leslie, for joining us. Misty has put up a couple of things in the chat. Thank you very much. A couple of phone numbers already there for you. We will be putting them up on the screen on a slide.
We can text him? Ooh, that's nice.
I need a phone. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Marianne, Daniel, Beverly. Okay, well, it looks like we are going to get started. Okay. So thanks for everyone for joining the Bill 60 Phones app. I'm just going to start with a land acknowledgement. So we acknowledge that we stand on the land traditionally belonging to the indigenous peoples of Turtle Island, and we acknowledge the atrocities committed against these people. We support the Land Back Initiative, and we hope someday these lands can be returned to their rightful owners. My name is Linda. I'm in Kitchener, and we've got a great chapter here, relatively young. We've also got Dave from Ottawa here. Hi, Dave. And we've got, hi.
I'll introduce myself. Hi, my name is Dave Longchamp. I'm from the Ottawa West chapter. I'm the co-chair for the Ottawa West chapter. I've been an Acorn member for about 2 years now. Thanks.
Nice. Yeah, I've been a member for about 2 years as well. Stacy and Marcia from Toronto. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. And then we've got Olivia and Vonica in the background helping us out, always there for us. So there's just a couple ground rules that we have to go over, kind of standard. We'll keep everyone on mute to avoid background noise and ask questions in the chat. I see a lot of you are already using the chat for greetings, but also posting things that are helpful to one another. We really appreciate that. So ask your questions in the chat and we'll do our best to answer them. If we cannot get to the answer to the question, please email it after the fact at ontario@acorncanada.org. That's ontario@acorncanada.org. Please keep things respectful during this chat, okay? And as well when you're on the phone with representatives, right? So we want to showcase ourselves in the best light possible and while making our point. And so a review of the agenda, we're going to go over what is Acorn, also discuss Ford's proposals and Bill 6C, how we are fighting back, Acorn's demands, and then we're going to start calling the politicians, okay? And that's when I'll see you next. And what is next? What's our next game plan? All right? So I'm going to pass the phone, the presentation off to Marcia.
Thank you, Linda. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Marcia Stone. I'm the chair of Western Acorn chapter. What is Acorn? Acorn Canada is a multi-issue membership-based community and tenant union of low and moderate income people. We believe that social and economic justice can best be achieved by building community power for change. Next slide, please. Our members fight landlords and corporations through direct action. Our members also fight for new and improved laws to protect their rights. Each member has a vote, and only members speak for the organization and have the authority to set the policy and determine the tactics of each group. Next one, please. We have 186,000 plus members in 30 neighborhood chapters in 10 regions across 6 provinces. Like any union, our members pay dues so that they can have ownership and control over the direction of their organization. This makes us sustainable and independent from corporations, banks, and governments that fund most nonprofits. Now I'm going to turn it over to Stacy.
Recording in progress.
Hi, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us today. On October 23rd, Premier Doug Ford, Housing Minister Rob Flack, and Attorney General Doug Downey announced a new set of proposed changes to the Landlord and Tenant Board, also known as the LTB, that would strip away any key tenant protections, fast-track evictions, and open the door to ending rent control as we know it in Ontario. The end of rent control for fixed-term leases means that leases would simply end after the set term, rather than automatically renewing month to month. Landlords wouldn't need a legal reason to evict tenants. They can simply not renew your lease. And once the lease term is over, landlords could hike your rent as high as they want to for your new lease. Tenants would also be forced to move if they didn't agree or couldn't afford the new rent. Fixed-term leases would be effectively a backdoor to end rent control in Ontario. So Ford's proposed Bill 60 also includes measures that will prevent tenants from raising new issues, like disrepair, harassment, chronic AGIs, above guideline increases, and then in non-payment of rent cases, in the case of non-payment of rent, at the day of their hearing. It's going to make it harder for tenants to challenge N11 voluntary evictions, often signed under pressure during renovictions. Cut the time to appeal unfair eviction decisions from 30 days to 15 days. And fast-tracking evidence for late payment. Now, again, it also removes compensation for tenants evicted for landlord's own use if given 4 months' notice. It cuts tenant eviction notice periods for non-payment in half, from 14 days to 7 days. And it restricts the tenant's ability to postpone evictions, even in emergencies. Ford has suggested that he's going to hire more enforcement officers to remove tenants from their home faster. It's such a shame that he's tracking tenant and losing tenants' rights. We're going to fight this right to the end. And now, Marcia, back to you.
How did Acorn respond? How did we? October 23rd, hundreds of Acorn members and allies crashed Ford's announcement of Bill 60 on Whitney Block. Solidarity rallies at key locations in Ottawa and St. Thomas, all across this country, and generated over 23,000 emails to Ford, the housing minister, the attorney general, and MPPs across Ontario in just 3 days.
Wow.
October 26th, Housing Minister Rob Flack tweets, "Now is not the time for fixed-term leases, but the rest of the Bill 60 is still on the table, and not the time doesn't mean never." October 28th, 500 plus renters from across Ontario joined Acorn's emergency meeting to respond to Doug Ford escalating attacks on tenants. I was there, I love it. October 31st, Halloween Acorn actions held across Ontario to explore Doug Ford's latest housing horror. Toronto, Ottawa, Mississauga, Hamilton, Kitchener, London, and elsewhere. So last week, Ford's government decides to bypass public hearings on Bill 60, blocking public input. Now, a final vote could happen as early as November 18th, and that's a shame. So it's apparent that, we have to continue to push because he's now blocking public input, right? So, I'm not going to pass it off to...
For Acorn's demands.
Yes.
Me, Marcy.
Yes, Stacy. Go ahead.
Thank you. Can I have the slide, please?
Oh, I'm just so sick. Okay. I just want him gone.
Yeah.
I think we all do. Once we can, we're not maybe in share mode right now, I'm not sure on the slides. Having said that, I'll continue with saying that what our Acorn's demands are right now. Ontario Acorn is calling on the Ford government to withdraw Bill 60 in its entirety. He may have withdrawn the security of tenure, but there's a lot of other tenant rights he's trying to take away from us. We want him to commit to never bringing in fixed-term leases. We know he'll bring it back. He's tried before, and he'll try again. Close existing rent control loopholes and the rent control exemption for post-2018 buildings and ban above guideline increases. Strengthen rent control through vacancy control and restore in-person hearing and reduce tenant wait times, 2 to 3 times longer than landlord applications for a balanced approach. Now, Linda, we're ready for the phone zap.
All right. Well, guys, the reason that we're here today is to call the government and let them know how we feel. We want to make sure that we have our voices heard. And so let me just pull out my phone. I'll get the first number here. Let's call Doug Ford right away, okay?
Yeah.
And the phone number is 647 612 3673. We're going to be calling either Doug Ford or Robert Flack or Doug Downey, the Attorney General. These are the phone numbers that are listed on the screen right now. And we've got an example of a message that you would have, as well as an example of a conversation that you would have with a live person. I'll just read through those real quick so that you understand. Let me read through this for you real quick, and then we'll go over making a phone call, and I'll show you an example on speakerphone, okay? Hello, my name is Linda, and I'm an Ontario renter and supporter of the Acorn Tenant Union. I'm appalled that Doug Ford is rushing Bill 60 through the legislature, given what a disaster it will be for tenants and our homelessness crisis. This bill will make it easier to evict tenants with little oversight and harder for renters to defend themselves. This will lead to thousands of families and hardworking people being pushed out onto the streets. Just nice and easy. That's going to be our message today. And then after you've made a couple of these phone calls, if you've left some messages, we actually have a link that will be posting with all the other Ontario MPPs listed. It's not just today that you can be making these phone calls, not just right now. You can be making these phone calls at any time with your opinion, especially over the next week prior to November 18th. So is everybody ready to make a call?
Can you do the live one too, Linda?
Yeah, I'm going to do a live one right now. So this is Doug Ford's office.
Hi, you've reached Doug Ford's line. Please do not leave a message. Please send me a text message at this number, and I'll get right back to you. Thanks so much.
Okay, so...
To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hi, my name is Linda, and I'm an Ontario renter and supporter of the Acorn Tenant Union. I'm appalled that you're rushing the Bill 60 through the legislature, even given what a disaster it will be for tenants and our homelessness crisis. This bill will make it easier to evict tenants with little oversight and harder for renters to defend themselves. This will lead to thousands of families and hardworking people being pushed into the streets. Please consider your actions. Thank you. And then, even though he said not to leave a message, I did leave a message. I have also text messaged them before. So that's also an option if you can't leave a message. I'm just going to move on to the next call. So I hope all of you guys are making these phone calls right now. You don't just have to watch me doing this. You can definitely be making these phone calls yourself. That's what we're encouraging right now, is that everybody is making these calls or making these texts. We even still have people showing up.
Hey, Linda, sorry, just Olivia here. I'm just, since you can't, I think you can't see your notes, I'm just wondering if maybe Stacy can jump in and just give some of the tips for the calls.
Okay, thank you so much. I would actually really appreciate that, just because I'm having a hard time seeing.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
And I was able to see it before, so thank you very much. Do you need me to continue making example calls?
Just, I'm going to see if Stacy, if she sees the notes, just to give some tips for the calls.
Okay. So if you're, just keep positive, everyone. Keep making the phone calls throughout the day. If you can't get a hold of them now, you can always text them. As you saw, the voicemail showed that, or the voicemail stated that they would prefer texts.
Stacy might be having some tech issues. Dave or Marcia, are you able to jump in to cover the tips for the calls?
Sorry, I had to go on mute. I was on the phone with actually the office.
So yeah, some tips on the calls there. If you do connect with somebody live, raise your hand, and we would like to actually get that unmuted so we can listen in. That would be really nice.
Right.
Just be persistent and call the numbers, and hopefully we get through to a live person. There's example messages in the Zoom meeting chat that you can leave if you get a voicemail.
Sorry, I was talking with somebody live at the Doug Ford's constituency office, but my laptop was too loud, so I had to mute it. So my apologies for missing the update on that. I spoke with Sandra at the constituency office. She had said, as I was reading the message, that I needed to address Queen's Park. And she gave me the Premier's email address for Queen's Park. Then I asked her if someone's going to be in the office tomorrow, because I'm going to take some time off to attend that constituency office to deliver the letter in person. And they said, no, nobody's going to be there at that office tomorrow. And I asked, are you guys hybrid? Because do you guys only come in just a couple times a week kind of thing? They're like, no, you need an appointment for Doug Ford's office to attend Doug Ford's office. I'm like, I'm a little concerned about that, because earlier this year I sent an email to premier@ontario.ca and he didn't respond with my request for an appointment. And she says, well, you wanted an appointment with the constituency office. That's a different email address. So now I've got doug.fordco.
Hello, my name is Linda Voss. I am an Ontario renter and supporter of the Acorn Union. I'm appalled that...
So anyways, I'm going to I'll unmute Linda in a second. So now I've got the Doug Ford constituency office email address, doug.fordco@pc.ola.org. I'm going to put this all in the chats for follow-up, because I think we should request a meeting with Doug Ford and his constituency office.
Stacy, you might. Well, I call the constituency office too. I'm going to send him a text later, but I called. So you must have been on the line with her, talking to her while I was trying to get through. So I did end up getting through, and I left the voicemail for her too.
I asked leading questions to ensure that we have some follow-up and we actually do make an appointment with Doug Ford. The sooner the better, because I asked also for an appointment tomorrow, and they're like, no, we're fully booked. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be there anyways. I didn't tell her that, but I'm going to be there.
We know. Yeah.
I called the Doug Ford constituency office and actually got a busy tone. So I think a lot of people are making a bunch of calls right now, which is good. And again, keep the pressure up because this bill could be voted on as early as next Tuesday. So if you're thinking about, I'll call later,
No, call now.
do it now, do it tomorrow, get it done.
Every day. Every day.
Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing. We are currently on the bill. If you would care to leave us a message after the beep, turn your call into the response for what you're listening. And then join us to be in staff that will be to that institution. Let's do a announcement. Puis venez ce message il vous rappelle linguistique, which means. At the tone, please record your message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Hello, my name is Marcia Stone, and I am an Ontario renter and supporter of the Acorn Tenant Union. I'm appalled that the housing minister is rushing, along with Doug Ford, rushing Bill 60 through legislature, given that a disaster will be for tenants on our homelessness crisis. This bill will make it easier to evict tenants with little oversight and harder for renters to defend themselves. This will lead to thousands of families and hardworking people being pushed out onto the streets. We already have a homeless crisis. We want no vote on this bill. A no vote on this bill. We would like to further discuss this with you. At Acorn's phone number is 613-746-5999, extension 3. Thank you.
You know what's exciting? I keep on admitting people. There's still more people joining this meeting. How exciting is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for keeping us up to date in the chat, everyone.
Hey, Linda, I just sent you a text if you're able to see it.
Welcome to the Ministry of the Attorney General. Bienvenue au ministère du procureur général. For services in English, please press 1. Pour les services en français, appuyez sur 2. Thank you for calling the Ministry of the Attorney General. Our staff are currently assisting other callers, or you've reached us outside business hours. We provide resources and guidance, but cannot offer legal advice.
Okay.
For information about court services like jury duty or divorce certificates, visit ontario.ca/Attorney General. For other justice-related inquiries, email Attorney General at ontario.ca. Hey, we'll leave a detailed message. We are committed to
Yeah,
a
we'll leave a
respectful
detailed
workplace.
message.
Discriminatory remarks, aggressive behavior, or coarse language will not be tolerated and may result in call termination. Please stay on the line to leave a voicemail.
Hello, this message is for the Attorney General, Mr. Doug Downey. My name is Marcia Stone, and I am an Ontario renter and supporter of the Acorn Tenant Union. I am appalled that Doug Ford is rushing Bill 60 through legislature, given what a disaster it will be for tenants and our homelessness crisis. This bill will make it easier to evict tenants with little oversight and can make it harder for renters to defend themselves. This will lead to thousands of families and hardworking people being pushed onto the streets. We're asking that this bill does not go through, as it is going to affect thousands and thousands and thousands of Ontarians. We would like to hear from you. Our number is Acorn 613-746-5999, extension 3. Acorn 613-746-5999, extension 3. We look forward to hearing from you and your office. And with that, I thank you.
Thank you so much. You're doing such a great job. I hope everybody's having fun making these phone calls and feeling motivated to make more phone calls. I'm trying to get through as well. All right. Good job, guys. This is great. So once you've made these 3 phone calls, you can always click on the tinyurl.com, the Ontario MPPs, and take a look at the rest of the list of MPPs. Give them a call. Give them a text. It doesn't just have to be right now, but this is the script for right now. Make it your own, though. It is frightening, so speak from your heart. Let them know how this is really affecting you and your loved ones, because it's a scary time. So we need to let them know how we feel. Stacy said, what did you say? 23,000 emails went out the day that it was announced. Then we had that meeting where we had over 500 people show up, and we've got so many people on the meeting today. We can definitely let them know how we feel. Just keep it up. Keep making phone calls, guys. We really appreciate this. We're working together to get this done.
And I have to admit, the provincial government walked. There was lease tenure, which was on Bill 60 originally, but I think because a lot of public outcry about Bill 60, they walked back on the end of month-to-month leases. So, I mean, your voice is definitely heard. Keep it up. Call every day and fight for what you believe.
Great. That's great advice. And, really, this is only taking a couple minutes of your day. Ask your mom to make a call. Ask your best friend to make a call. It doesn't just have to be you making this phone call. Let yourself be heard. Your friends and family don't want you out on the streets either. So we want to take care of each other, and we want to group together and make as many phone calls as possible. Let them know how we feel. Text messages, phone calls. If you speak to a representative, let us know, because we want to get them on. We're going to get it recorded and post it everywhere. Let them know what people are saying about this.
Also, just to be aware that 46% of Ontarians are renters.
Yeah.
So I mean, Bill 60 affects 46% of people. That's huge.
Yeah.
Lee?
Yeah. It's. Sorry. Go on.
Oh, I think Lee has her hand up. Did you speak to somebody on the phone?
Yes, I did. I just wanted to jump in because for Doug Ford's office, I was actually able to get into his office at Queen's Park. I have the number. I posted in the chat, but I'm happy to say it out loud. I did reach a real person, so I think that seems to be the best avenue right now. It's 416-325-1941.
Lee, I'm going back in the chat. I'm trying to find the number. Can somebody repost that just so that it gets to the bottom of the chat again? It was 416-325-1941. Thank you. So that's 416-325-1941. Thank you very much, Lee. Excellent work. Look at that. Amazing. Okay. I'm going to call that number now, too.
And folks should be able to unmute themselves now. So if you get somebody live, just unmute yourself and we can listen in.
I feel like such a disruptor right now.
Ani Kiniguya, hi everybody. This is Asia joining from East Toronto with Ecohesion and a part of multiple coalitions and supporting Acorn here as well. I just wanted to recenter. There's been a lot of comments. Yes, personalize your message. Definitely personalize it. Contact your own MPP as well. They have a duty as your elected official to represent you. Follow up if you are experiencing accessibility barriers to telephone calls, which many of us do. Text message. and definitely send an email. If you don't have the barriers and you are leaving a message and you're talking to people, still follow up with a text message and an email, because that becomes a written record, and each constituency office, each politician's office staff are required to record each email and text and call that comes. So triple it up. Every app, if you have a fax machine access, fax it in.
Yeah, that's okay, Dave. Just you can do an email, you can fax it in, you can text it in.
This is what I'm doing.
Thank you very much, Asia. Excellent.
Oh, you're welcome. And I wanted to add, while you're personalizing it, the government has a legal duty to free and prior informed consent of Indigenous peoples, which obviously has not happened. That breaks their legal duties.
Oh.
They're also breaking treaties and the UNDRIP, which Canada is a signatory to. And so in violation of these, it is actually delegitimizing the colonial government and opening it up to legal action and submissions to the International Criminal Court.
Wow.
Remind them of this, and that there are entities, including the coalitions that I am on, that are taking this evidence and submitting it to international courts. So just remind them of this, that they are legally required to free and prior informed consent of Indigenous peoples, of not breaking treaties, of not violating UNDRIP, and of the legal duty to public consultation, which they're not doing. They're pushing this through without public consultation.
Yeah.
November 18th. So do everything you can to flood emails, texts, faxes, everything you can.
Danny.
Asia, we also have somebody else with their hand up. Jose? Did you want to unmute yourself, Jose, or did you get somebody on the line? Hi.
YouTube.
Hi, Jose.
Sorry, the call ended. I got through to the Premier's office, and I was online speaking with somebody, and they are taking our concerns. So if you call the 416-325-1941 number and wait a little bit, you will get through.
That is excellent news. Thank you, Lee, for giving us that number. Thank you, Jose, for keeping it up and giving them a call and getting through. That's excellent. So, yeah, let's get our voices heard, everyone. I'm going to call that number again.
Yeah.
What number was it?
It was 416-325-1941. That's the Premier's office in Toronto. So it's in the chat again. 416-325-1941.
And sorry, whose office is it again?
This is Doug Ford's actual office in Queen's Park.
Okay.
Now, the other number that we have for him, the 647 number, is you can also text that number.
You can't call it.
I think the voicemail is full. Somebody posted that in the chat that the voicemail was full, but you can still text that 647 number.
Yeah, I did that, yeah.
Okay. Oh, great. And then keep at it, text them again. Text them tomorrow.
Awesome.
Text them all weekend.
Just,
This is our home. We have to fight for it.
That's right.
Yeah, so we're going to be wrapping up calls soon. That doesn't mean that you, like I said, keep making the phone calls. This is just a motivational meeting to get you all the information out, get you an idea of what to say. And if you still want to make phone calls later on today, until November 18th, get your friends to make phone calls, get your friends to text message and everything. So just get the word out, have your voice heard, have your friends' voices heard, have your neighbors' voices heard. So pass this information on. I think you'll get an email with, or you've already gotten an email with this contact information.
And just a reminder, these politicians are obligated to listen to all of your voicemails, read all of your texts. So, I mean, if they're sitting there in the office listening to like an hour of voicemails a day, you know, that's a win for us. They're definitely not going to support Bill 60.
Yeah.
Well, what I've been did this on my story, like on social media, just that like the screenshot here, and then they'll pull up their phone line.
Yeah, if you want to post that on social media, these phone numbers are available to the public. Like these emails are available to the public, but not all of the public knows how bad Bill 60 is. So if you can pass on that information, let people know. Like Dave said, 46% of Ontarians are renters, and that means the other 54 are probably related to us. So this matters to a lot of people, and we have to protect our housing rights for the future as well, not just now. We have to keep this in mind for our future. All right, guys, we're coming up on close to 1 o'clock. Dave, you had some ways that you wanted to keep fighting, right? You wanted to
absolutely.
Let everybody know how to do that?
Yeah. Keep calling your PC MPP every day. We'll be putting in the chat a list of MPPs and their phone numbers, and we'll send an email in the next day with the phone script from tonight.
Good.
So if you joined the Zoom chat or this Zoom meeting, we'll have your email. We'll be able to send that out to you. Or if you subscribe to Acorn, I'm sure you'll be getting an email about that as well. Keep signing, sharing the online action. Send emails to Doug Ford, Rob Flack, Doug Downey, and your MPPs. 25,000 have already signed. Again, there's other things you can do to help Acorn. There's flyering your neighborhood, help us spread the word. It's not just Bill 60 that we're fighting against. We fight for all kinds of low to moderate income issues. If you have access to high density residential building like an apartment, you can flyer that. It's really easy. Go door to door, slip a flyer under the door, or tuck it in somewhere. Definitely spread the word. You can print out flyers or get them from your local Acorn office if you really want to help out the organization. Like also even talking to your neighbors, just being friendly with people. It's so important. Talk to them about Bill 60. Encourage them to get involved. It's more important than ever. Again, like I said, it's the vote could be as early as the 18th, which is Tuesday. So we really need to get the word out. Share at Ontario Acorn's posts on social media, and get involved, guys. The next Bill 60 is pretty bad. So there are a few upcoming canvasses that Acorn is doing. There's Friday, November 14th in Toronto, 1 p.m. at Albion and Islington intersection. We'll be marching to Doug Ford's constituency office and canvassing his riding. Hamilton, 1:30, meet at Riverdale East Park, 141 Vitrio Avenue. And Saturday, November 15th, there's Ottawa's having a canvassing, which is 11 a.m. Meet up at the Human Rights Monument, which is 220 Elgin Street. Mississauga, 11 a.m. Meet at the corner of Paisley Boulevard West and Ferrantiro Street. Sorry if I'm butchering that. And St. Thomas, 2 to 4 p.m. meetup at the Denny's in St. Thomas, 141 Wellington Street. Cambridge, 1 p.m. meetup at Westgate Center, 130 Cedar Street. And yeah, good job calling. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass it off to Stacy.
Thank you very much. All right, great guys.
Yeah.
Awesome that everybody came out. Thank you so much for taking the time to attend this and making those calls. And remember, keep making those calls, those emails. Contact your local MP. We will follow up with everyone who registered for today's Zoom with links, materials, and next steps.
Perfect.
So if you're not a member of Acorn yet, join us because there's always power in numbers. Thank you very much.
See you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, everyone. We are always stronger together.
Yay.
All right? The voices of many scream loud. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for all the phone calls you have made, the text messages you've made, the emails you've made. Thank you for... Oh, Randy, you've got something to say? Come on up. And yes, we can put the phone numbers in the chat again, or we can put up the screen that has the phone numbers on it. Can somebody let Brandy Holt unmute? Sorry, I said your last name. Thank you, Vonica, for putting the phone numbers up.
Thank you for this.
All right, Brandy.
Yeah, that's me.
Hi, Brandy.
I have a couple things to say. When I had started with my own issues, I reached out to Doug Ford. This was before Bill 60. To inform him that my landlord was giving notices in bad faith to every single unit because he was trying to force everybody to pay a portion of the utilities. I reached out, explained the situation, and explained that when I reached out to the LTB, they were not giving any legal advice. They weren't giving any advice at all.
Yeah.
They said call pro bono. Pro bono says it's their job to do this.
No.
Back and forth.
No.
And when I informed Doug Ford of this, he said it's because they're understaffed in the email.
Yeah.
So I went through and I did a little bit of numbers. And so what I found is, I'm sorry, you're going to have to be a little patient with me. I apologize. So in 2022... Sorry?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, no, that's okay.
Yep. In 2022, the LTB, so over 12 tribunals, they posted an $87 million budget for 12 tribunals in Tribunal, Ontario, with the Landlord-Tenant Board being $7,308,000. And so right now they're trying to say the Building Faster Act is to address the shortcomings in the LTB itself and the fact that they don't have individuals working there. But I looked at it, and one of the biggest issues with my landlord and so many in Windsor that I've spoken to is that they're allowing anybody in like a Wild West setting to be a landlord without any sort of credentials or certification.
Yeah.
So when I looked at it, over $2,250,000 would be raised to go directly towards the LTB without budget, just in 1 year, if they implemented a $75 licensing fee for landlords. Come the next year, if it was $40 renewal, it would be $1,200,000. Over 10 years, it would be $13,050,000. And so that would just be 5 years to fund the entire average for the tribunal, for the budget from 2022 to present. And so the remainder of that would go back to actually investing in the LTB itself.
Oh, man.
Brandy, I am a numbers person, and I'm so happy you just brought up those numbers. I definitely think you should. Can you email that information to Acorn at Ontario? Sorry, I apologize. Can somebody put the Acorn email up in the chat real quick? I appreciate that. Matt, you had a question, but we're going to be wrapping up today. Is it a quick question?
Matt.
Oh, okay, you're still on mute. Sorry, 1 second.
Matt.
Eric, you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, that phone number you gave me, 416-325-1949.
41.
I don't...
41. It's 1941.
Oh, 1931, like 3-1?
No, 1941.
1941.
Correct.
So 416-325-1941.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
that's what
okay.
Poj said is the number where they are listening to us. So you just need to call and wait it out, and you will be heard, sir.
Would they put you on hold or?
I don't know. I haven't gotten through myself yet, but I will. And you can always try later if it's not right now, okay? But try to make it in the next couple of days. Make a couple phone calls if you can, and spread the word as much as you can, okay?
Whose office is it?
That one is Doug Ford's Queen's Park office. And again, thank you, Lee, if you're still on the call, for finding that. All right. Yeah, we've got it in the chat. So if everybody checks the chat, we've got a couple things listed there. We've got the Acorn email, and we've got the contact information. We've got the link to all the other Ontario MPPs, and you've got it in your heart what to say.
Yeah.
So let them know how you feel. Thank you so much for coming today. We are going to email everything out to you and out to everyone, especially the ones. We're going to let everybody know, okay? So we're going to email you after the fact everything that we've gone over in this meeting. And thank you so much for showing up today. It's really a blessing to have you all here. Thank you so much. And again, we'll all together we'll fight this, okay? Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Awesome. Awesome.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
That was cool. That was cool. That was the coolest 51, almost 52 minutes I've ever spent in my life. That was cool. Okay, you guys, you heard that. I'm posting it.